Good evening, folks. This is Deb and Dave, and this is your weekly wake-up call. We are, just so you know, we are not doing the big show tonight. Dave is sick. He's lucky. We're lucky we got him here to do these two small, short shows. We will reschedule for some other time this week. We'll keep you posted by email. Go ahead, Dave. You can start.
I just felt compelled to do these, despite having bad clams or whatever. We have been talking about Christina Pushaw for a while now. Christina Pushaw works for Ron DeSantis, and she is basically his propaganda master. And she talks about her strategy in terms of messaging. Jesse Schinker from Florida Politics, he did a fantastic article on this. That was from September of this year, talking about basically all of her strategy, which is controlling the narrative. Now, who controls the narrative more than anybody in the Republican Party than Marjorie Traitor Greene? Okay. Marjorie Traitor Greene.
By the way, before you start, there are many people saying out there that no matter who the Speaker of the House is, it's Marjorie Traitor Greene.
Yeah, she's controlling the narrative.
Right.
That's what they want to do.
Right.
Very recently, Marjorie Traitor Greene and Tucker Carlson made a very big deal about massagers being sold next to children's toothbrushes. Okay, now everybody thinks this is a joke, but it goes into this area of personal sovereignty and people doing what they want to do. Kids don't buy their own toothbrushes. It's the moms that do it. It's the dads that do it. They're adults. They can buy what they want. And by the way, the sex toy industry, or the sexual wellness industry is what they call it in Business Insider, is a $10 billion industry. So if consumers are upset by this, then so be it. Let them go to CVS, to Target, to Walgreens and complain about it and have the products moved to a separate section. But they're marketed discreetly enough to where they're not called dildos and butt plugs, all right? They're called massagers or whatever. So,
and by the way, all of this Marjorie Traitor Greene nonsense is just designed to continue the narrative about grooming your children and the LGBT community and all the rest of it. That's what all of this is, because let me just say this again, and I say it every day. They've got nothing. They do not work for the people. They do not legislate, and they do not govern.
How many people in their normal lives think, oh my God, there is a butt plug, butt plug controversy. There's come on. There's a crisis. There's a butt plug crisis or a dildo crisis in the United States. Nobody. Okay. It's funny, but it's not at the same time.
None of this is fucking funny. Let's just say that she's a buffoon, but none of this is funny because she knows exactly what she's doing.
The next one, Marjorie Traitor Greene slamming Kamala Harris for wearing gender-neutral colors, talking about Kamala Harris being bland and boring, but also using the words gender-neutral. Where do you think that's going? That's going into a homophobic slant. All right, basically
if it was
talking
all about her wardrobe, she'd be saying, "Gee, Kamala Harris wears too much brown.
Right.
She's not a very exciting dresser." Gender neutral is targeting transgender people. You know what? She is so transparent, it's not even funny. And by the way, she's so wrong, because in one of Dave's articles, you will see Kamala Harris in a pink suit. So Marjorie Traitor Greene, on top of everything else, can shut the fuck up.
Jezebel, the next article I'm actually going to read a quick paragraph on. By the way, let me ask this question before I even go into this. When was the last time Marjorie Traitor Greene gave a shit about giving aid to hurricane victims? Just curious.
Never.
I'll have to look at her voting record on it. So this is from an October Jezebel article. This is what Marjorie Traitor Greene said. Kamala Harris hurricanes do not target people based on the color of their skin. Really, hurricanes do not discriminate, Greene tweeted, and neither should the federal government giving to aid to people suffering from the devastation of Hurricane Ian. Is your husband's life worth less because he's white? Now, that's gaslighting, because I believe we've talked about this a lot. There's a lot of data out there that says that the poorer ethnic communities get shafted over and over and over again. So Marjorie Traitor Greene actually made our point for us, while at the same time trying to say something about Kamala Harris's interracial marriage. And finally, MTG, how's your marriage going? I don't really care about your personal life. I don't. Okay. You do whatever you want to do in your private life, but leave our private life alone. Yes, she just finalized her divorce with her husband. Whether they were cheating on each other, I don't really care. Okay. That's her business. But when you start judging other people, that makes it, free, a free for all on you. That gives us free reign on talking about your life. So don't judge lest ye be judged, Marjorie Traitor Greene. Stop trying to control the narrative because you don't know what you're doing.
You're a racist and a bigot. That might be it.
Other than that, we see through you. And hopefully over time, by doing these videos, we will get people on our side. Hopefully, the people who are libertarians will see the nonsense about a $10 billion industry. Do I use those products? No, I don't. But that doesn't mean other people don't have the right to use them. Consenting adults, okay? So Marjorie Traitor Greene can shut the fuck up. She won't, but she can. See you guys on the next one.
Let me just say this before you shut it down.
Yeah.
I got an article here in factcheck.org.
Yeah.
About exactly what Kamala Harris said about people of color in hurricane relief. So I will make sure that gets put in here because you know what? It isn't what they're saying she said.
Right. Of course not.
So they can shut the fuck up. And by the way, Rick Scott started the mess too. So he's another fucking Lord Voldemort needs to shut his fucking mouth too. All right, we'll see you guys later.